I am doing my 38-week pregnancy update in a brand new room. This is the converted office that I was filming in like 3 weeks ago and prior. It's a little echoey still. We have to get a rug and more furniture, but yeah, I'm excited. We still have to take the tape off as well, but I will show you in this video a couple updates of the room slowly coming together. I will do another dedicated video to a whole nursery room tour when it's actually done, but that will probably only be after baby's here. If you are new here, welcome. I have a playlist down below where I've been doing my weekly updates as well as some other fun pregnancy things thrown in, like a Pat Pat nursing clothing haul that I really like, this purple shirt as well as the blue one. Those two are definitely my favorite. I've already worn those ones. But yeah, check it out below. So according to the Baby Center app, baby is around 19.6 inches long, which is about as long as a leek. And they say about 6.8 pounds. For me, I actually went today for an ultrasound. And again, as I mentioned a couple times ago, I have you know, it's always just an estimate, but they say baby is weighing, or my baby is weighing 7 pounds, 7 ounces today. But again, it's an estimate. But at least it wasn't like 11 pounds already. Then I'd be like, oh my goodness. So I will probably just have one more update video after this. And it will only be like a half week, maybe. I'm gonna be induced soon. Waiting, but I'll talk a little bit more about that a little later. So first up, I went for my doctor's appointment on Tuesday where I had a membrane sweep. So that's where the doctor inserts her fingers and kind of sweeps around your uterus. Well, it sweeps around the cervix just to like ripen your uterus. And again, I was dreading it. I was like Googling, what does it feel like? How painful is it? And all these things. And I have to say it was not terrible. Again, just like when I had my COVID nasal swab done and I was like expecting the worst and it was uncomfortable, but it wasn't bad. This too, it was uncomfortable. I mean, I wouldn't choose to get them all the time. But it was not as painful as I was playing it up in my mind. I honestly thought I was gonna be like gripping the table and just like wanting to pass out in pain. It wasn't that bad. So I'm hoping that maybe contractions won't be that bad either, but I don't think it works like that. So yeah, it was just weird and uncomfortable, but it was fine. She said I was about 1 centimeter dilated, which is not much, but she said it's better than being completely closed. So that's good. Yay! I have, as usual, high blood pressure. The doctor actually wanted me to go for some blood work again on Tuesday, right after my appointment. So I went back to the hospital, or to the hospital, so they could get results immediately. She did call me back later that day saying everything was fine. So that's good. And anything else exciting at the appointment happened? No, not really. Baby's heart rate was still good. But yeah, blood pressure was still, the diastolic for me was consistently with 3 readings, 93, which is high-ish. It's supposed to be 80. So that's that. But again, blood work showed no preeclampsia, so who knows? So then on Thursday, today actually, I went back to the hospital for my planned ultrasound as well as a non-stress test. So the ultrasound was a great experience. So last time when I went for my ultrasound, it was just to check the position to see if baby was breached or not. And it was like the person the sonographer told me, okay, he's head down, but she didn't really say anything else, and she just kind of went through everything, and that was that. And in the room that I was in, there is a TV kind of above, so I can see, but it was just, I had no clue what was going on. So this time, the ultrasound was to get measurements, and the sonographer kind of spoke me through, or like talked me through everything that she was measuring, which was really awesome. The only, well, not the good thing, I guess, but baby is, well, head down still, very far down, she says. She's like, you must be able to feel it, which I guess, like every so often I do get kind of lightning crotch, but again, it's not that bad. I don't know. I don't have a high pain tolerance, so I don't know, but yeah. So the baby is in the cephalic position, so that's head down and facing back, like facing to my back, which is actually a great position for delivery when that comes. However, she said, I won't be able to get, like, because of that position, you know, I won't be able to get any pictures, like good pictures that I can print off for you. I wasn't even expecting pictures, so I'm like, oh no, that's fine. So it was just nice that, yeah, she said that. Anyways, but one thing that was really cool, and yeah, so she was showing like, oh, there's the spine, which, okay, I could recognize when she told me, and then she's like, oh, that's a femur. I'm like, okay. And the heart, which again, I could just see it pulsing, so okay, I'm like, okay, that's good. But when we were looking at the head, she said, oh, and you can see he has a full head of hair. And I'm like, what? So that was really cool. And you could actually see like a whole bunch of little, like, not even spiky, but yeah, I guess they were kind of spiky, which Dan thought was really cool because Dan was actually born bald. And then I looked back at all my baby pictures. I was born with super dark hair. It was like this tall or long already. It was all spiked up. So baby's taking after me with his hair. Excellent. And I have very thick hair. My hairstylist tells me that all the time. Oh my goodness, your hair is so thick. So that was so cool to actually see that. I didn't think that you could see that on an ultrasound, but looks like he's gonna have a lot of hair, so that's good. That was really cool. And then, yeah, so she just talked me through a whole bunch of other things, and then said that baby is measuring, she's, I think, measured the waist quite a few times. But yeah, she was happy. I don't know, no one said anything. But she said baby weighs around 7 pounds, 7 ounces, which is good. And he was in the 55th percentile, which I guess is near the middle. Yay, I don't know. However, yeah, I'm just happy they didn't say it's like a 10-pound baby, or then it's like, oh, it's only 4 pounds, and it's like, oh no. So that was a fun appointment. So then I had my non-stress test. So when I first went in for that, and that's basically, as I mentioned before, you lie back on a bed. Actually, first I was sitting up, and they strap 2 monitors, heart rate monitors, to your stomach, so they can hear baby, or at least one, maybe something else. And then every time you feel movement, you're supposed to click the button, and then they just look at the monitor to make sure that the heart rate has also been increasing when he or she is moving. So when I first sat down, they were like, okay, we know you have high blood pressure, let's take your blood pressure right away. And I had just been in for the ultrasound, and then back to the waiting room, and then back to there, and kind of, so I don't know, I guess my blood pressure was high. I was anxious, I don't know. I'll keep going. So we measured it, and the diastolic, the bottom number, was 105. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, it's usually never above 95. And so then we're like, well, you know, have a relax, you know, we'll take it again at the end. And I was like, okay, good. Because I was like, crap, if it's 105, they're totally gonna like induce me or like make me have a C-section right now, because that's really high. So thankfully it did go down later. But yeah, baby did not want to move a lot, which I even went at a different time. This time it was 10:30. Well, it was probably around like 11. Whereas all the other times I went at like 1:30 in the afternoon. Thought he'd be a little more active, but no. So then she had me first sitting, kind of like leaning back, but like sitting, and then she's like, okay, we'll put you on the other side. And it still wasn't. And then I got a cookie as well as some ice water, and still wasn't. And then we moved to the other side, and then he finally started moving. I mean, well, actually no, I think he like moved once in each position, but then when I was on my third side and waiting again, it was like 45 minutes later, he started moving more regularly, and they got the spikes that they wanted. So they were happy with that. They measured my blood pressure again, and it was over, or 2 more times. One, it was over 93, and the other time 91. So still consistently high, but not 105, thankfully. So who knows? Could have just been an outlier, or maybe just with all the movement, I just sat down. Yeah, that's not good. So blood pressure was still high. And so I knew I was going to talk to the obstetrician, because my doctor on Tuesday had said, you know, and then we're going to formulate a plan. She did say, you know, be prepared, we probably will put you on the induction list this weekend. So I spoke to the doctor, and actually it was, because the group of doctors that I go to, it's a group of, I have like my main obstetrician, but there is part of like a group of 7 maternity doctors, and they all take a turn on call for the overnight or like the 24-hour shift, but you always see the same doctor for your appointment. Anyways, so it just happened that my doctor that I've been seeing regularly was the doctor that was also for the maternity group doctor on call. So I had to wait a little bit because the hospital obstetrician was busy. And then when my doctor came in, she's like, oh, I was just finished up a C-section. I was like, oh my goodness, so busy. So we discussed it a little bit more. She's like, you're still consistently high. I know blood work was normal on Tuesday. Why don't we just do like a urine sample to check your protein and creatinine levels? It just, again, check kidneys, watching out for preeclampsia again. She didn't say anything about the results after. With that, it was just a quick dipstick, so I imagine it was normal. But she did say that, you know, as we kind of had discussed, why don't we put you on the induction list? And then she's like, actually, I'm going to pop up to labor and delivery and see how things are now. She's like, it was pretty busy when I was up there, like not too long ago with doing the C-section, but see if we can put some ripening agent or already start the induction process now and then send you home, or then you'll have to just go home and wait for the call. So I waited a little bit more, and then she came back and was like, super busy up there, they have a long wait list, so you know, it's better, why don't you just go home, and you know, you'll get a phone call when it's your turn to come in to be induced. So anyways, that's the plan. So she seemed happy with that. Main thing was my blood pressure is not terribly high, but it's higher than normal. So before it becomes more of a problem where we have to do an emergency C-section, she'd like to have me induced. So again, like I mentioned last week, I'm totally fine with that. I would rather be induced in I'm coming up to now my 39th week than having to go kind of later on. And actually I spoke to the doctor and I was like, if we would let this go naturally, do you think that it would happen soon? And she's like, since you haven't had any contractions, not really Braxton Hicks contraction, you're only 1 centimeter dilated, you'll probably go beyond your due date. So it'll probably go after July 4th, so kind of beginning to mid-July, which I was like, oh my gosh, I'm already more fatigued right now. And I was like, I don't want to do this like 3 more weeks. So totally fine to be induced. So right now it's a waiting game. The way it sounded was that I was pretty low on the list. Basically, if any C-sections come in or people who have bigger problems, they're gonna get called to be induced before. And because my heart or my blood pressure is high, but not like terribly high, honestly, I don't think it's, I mean, she couldn't say, but it didn't sound like it's gonna be tomorrow or today. Also that they booked me another non-stress test on Tuesday, providing that I haven't been induced yet, so that they even gave me a date is kind of like, eh. So I'm hoping that it's a June baby, just because I mean, although it'd be fun to do July 1st, that's Canada Day here, I don't know, I'd rather have it sooner rather than later. So I'm hoping not tomorrow, because I still have to clean out my car and we have to install car seats, or like the bases in each of our car. So not tomorrow, I'm hoping maybe Saturday or Sunday I'll get the call. And then basically the way it works, she said, there's 2 types of induction, and both are fine for high blood pressure. She didn't tell me which one they would do. One is like balloon dilation, and then the other one is a drug. But basically they administer it and then they send you home, and when you either your water breaks or you start having contractions regularly, you come back, or I think if you haven't had any of those things within like 12 or 16 or 24, I don't know, a certain amount of time, then they'll tell you to come back the next day anyways, because it should have been happening by then, I guess. So even when I get the call to come in, that's kind of like, you have to go within an hour, you go quickly, and then you go home again and relax. But I did get my hospital bag packed with like little sticky notes where I was like, get glasses case from bathroom, get flip-flops from, green flip-flops from downstairs. So things that I'm still using, but I do want to have in there. So yes, I should film a what's in my hospital bag video. I probably won't today. I'm exhausted. It's already like 7:30. I still have to have dinner. Oh no, 8. 8 to 12. But yeah, but what I may do is, again, depending how long, if it's like Sunday, Monday, and I still haven't been called to be induced yet, I will be bored, and I'm like, yes, I want to film so I can edit this and do stuff, but you know, I never know when it's going to happen. But I may do either 2 separate videos or just all in one, a what's in my hospital bag and then what I actually needed from my hospital bag and or what I wish I had. I'm sure I'm packing a bit too much. But I gotta have options, and then if I'm being induced and then they have me come back but I'm not ready yet, then I'm gonna be, so I don't know, we'll see. But nice thing is we don't live too far away from the hospital, like 20 minutes or so. It's not like we're hours, so Dad can always come back if I need more clothes. Yeah, so that's super exciting. It's gonna happen soon. But yeah, my next video, I will do a 39-week update video. However, it probably won't be as organized, I guess. I don't know. Like even today I didn't like make my hair that nice. It's just like in its natural kind of waves. But yeah, it'll probably be after I was called to the hospital to be induced, and then it's just waiting, because then it most likely will happen within 24 hours, and then that's endgame, I guess. There's no more before baby pregnancy videos then. So yeah, there'll still be a short probably one at the 39-week mark, 39 in a couple days, I guess, hopefully. But oh, that's exciting. So let me show you my belly right now. So this is the belly now. Both sides. Nice and big. Oh my gosh, it's so big. I actually have a couple more stretch marks on the other side, different from when I posted a week ago. Not as many, but they're creeping up, but fingers crossed they stop multiplying and stop growing. And now I'm just going to put in little snippets of the nursery. Mostly it was just kind of painting, lots of coats of paint that thankfully Dan did while he's still working full-time at the hospitals. The past couple of days he's had shifts from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. and then he spent not all morning, but he spent in the morning painting, but then he gets up late because like he goes to bed late. So he's been working super hard. And yeah, he asked me to do this in May to clear this room so we could start this. So I'm just very thankful that he's working so hard to get this finished and up to my specifications of what I think should look perfect. But yeah, this is what's been happening so far. And then I also did a little bit of update what it looks like today, because I worked really hard organizing clothes, although my friend said all those little cute bins, it'll be nicely organized for now. She's like, once you start doing laundry and stuff, you're not going to go through the time of like nicely folding them back in there and like stuffing them in the bins, which I totally agree with. I can picture that. I will not want to do that, but for now they look good. And my main thing was I wanted to organize it to see like my 3 to 6 month clothes I put somewhere else because I'm not going to need that right away, and then I have like some 6 to 9 months that again is in a box that's not quite organized yet. In the drawers we have newborn clothes as well as 0 to 3 months because that's what I'm going to use right away. So I'll show you what I've done so far now. The dresser has been built, so yes, now I can start loading things into it. Yay! And almost done this. It will need a 3rd coat of paint. Still working on this nursery. You can kind of see there it's a little lighter, and I think up there. Eventually we'll have the crib set in front of here with little star wall decals, but not yet. Dan already bought stuffed animals that he was looking forward to. Yeah, this side, I probably won't keep the toy box right there. This is our only shelf right now because this is still storage, and this has to either get put up and anchored or taken out of the room. This was what was in my office beforehand. But yes, and then yeah, the drawer's out because Dan still will have to anchor the dresser to the wall. And then here too, we're gonna put these to put this in place. But again, I don't know where exactly. So yeah, so the little diaper caddy, which I got for my one of my shower presents, which I love. So just wrap your diapers. Little washcloths to cover his little pee-pee so we don't have any spraying accidents. The diaper genie, which I kept pulling the bottom of, and then I realized, oh, actually there's a cutter when you're done. I'm like, shouldn't this bag be finished soon? But nope, figured it out. All right, and that stuff is gonna go in the bathroom. And then just stocked up on next size up diapers, and then next after that, just some hanging up clothes, but I need more baby hangers. So I have other things that should be hung up. Well, it doesn't have to be hung up, but there's more room here than in the drawer space. But I have to go find some more hangers. And that is the update from today. So now I'm going to get myself looking a little prettier and filming my full update video. So thank you so much for watching. I will keep you updated. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. It's the same username as this, ChristyTV300. I will definitely be posting pictures of little baby boy when he arrives, as well as his name, because we still haven't decided that. So we will choose that soon. We should discuss it again. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.